in our bold and fearless living room.
This is bold and fearless.
Yes, and that's what we want to talk about, because a lot of us get stuck sort of in that hotel boutique trend that was huge in the 90s.
Right.
Now it's all about color and personality. How do we go there? I think this looks great. It is bold. It is fearless. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. I mean, so yes, gutsy decorating. I kind of feel a little bit like there's gutsy decorating, and then there's sort of throw the circus carnival out of the plane without a parachute and let it splatter everywhere. We have a little bit of that going on today, but it's really about pattern.
Yeah.
Okay, there's like a little bit of a rhyme. It's like pattern, color, texture, and scale.
All right.
And if you keep that in mind when you're decorating from the gut, you know,
yeah.
you won't go wrong. You won't go wrong.
Fair
and
enough.
what really what's happening is, and we talk about this in Chatelaine, is that online magazines as well as Instagram and Pinterest, that's really allowing us to see what's happening around the world, and we are no longer afraid of color and pattern, texture and scale.
So throw it all in one room and have a good time.
Exactly. And I mean, we were always told with upholstery, for example, that we should play it safe, keep the big pieces neutral. So this is a large scale IKEA sofa, and just to illustrate what you can do, so if you have no color fear factor, you're going to upholster the entire sofa, and probably in one, maybe two patterns if you're really gutsy. But here, I went to Robert Allen, I got some large fabric samples, and we wrapped the cushions to show you. You could either upholster just the seat cushions.
I like that idea.
Right, because it's got lots of texture and the colors that all work together, or you could do the whole thing. But the thing that you want to keep in mind is that when you're pulling a room together, you want the tones to be at the same frequency. So we have jewel tones. We're not muddying the waters with pastels or, you know, with muddy colors. So we bring that also into a black wall.
Yeah,
very dramatic.
It's dramatic, but it also anchors. I mean, when you have all of this color going on, it's nice to have just a black wall. It really profiles that art as well.
Well, and black is just like when you wear a black dress, you look much better. It hides imperfections and it brightens things. It allows your accessories to really shine. And that's exactly what the black wall is doing with all of this color and pattern. And then dark art is another tip. So you need a bit of a visual reprieve in these very boldly decorated rooms. So it's not about matching your art to your decor. Really, it's about letting the decor shine. So your upholstered piece, if that's your statement piece, let that shine. If your rug is your statement piece, let that shine, and let the art be more quiet, because you'll be able to appreciate it more. If every decor element is yelling and screaming in the room, you will not be. It's just visual noise, right? So you need some things to be quiet. I have to tell you that you can also do wallpaper. Like we have this really fabulous wallpaper, and I could have done the entire wall in it, but then I would need to tone down the sofa a bit and maybe just have maybe a darker rug.
It's a balance, right?
It's all about balance.
It can't be loud everywhere.
And then we have this stencil.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Okay, so I have to tell you that I did stencil the wall.
Did you?
Yes, I did stencil the wall, and I was like, this looks kind of wacky.
Yeah.
So we're going to just dial it back a bit. But if you stencil a wall, what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that you repeat colors, and you want to. That's one key to bold decorating, is that you're repeating colors around the room.
So you stenciled the wall, and then you said, I don't like the wall.
We flipped that wall around.
Oh yeah.
Because it was just
we painted that wall black.
Yeah, it was black, and it had the stencil, and it was just. It wasn't. It was everything. It was that visual noise that we were talking about.
Okay, so good. See, you used your eyeballs to make the judgment call. As there's too much going on, and here I walk in this room and I'm being screamed at. I don't like that.
Right.
So you calm something down, but still black is pretty dramatic.
That's right. And when you go for a black wall, you want to make sure that it's an inky black. You know, we're talking about texture being part of it. You want it to have an undertone of maybe some gray or some burgundy or some blue. Otherwise, if it's just a chalkboard black, it reads as flat.
Okay, good point. I was going to say, in terms of drama,
scale.
That's got it.
Yes, so it used to be not just that we were looking at beige furniture and Wenge and small scale lamps, but now when you've got a dramatic decorating scheme, the best complement is overscale dramatic pieces. So everything here is large scale. Of course, we've got a dramatic light fixture. In the golds, gold is a great way to it adds a little bit of sophistication to all of that color and pattern. Otherwise, it's just like a rainbow exploded. And we could have done an upholstered ottoman, but instead it's the gold to pick up again on our light fixture. And it's a clear table that just gives us, again, a bit of a visual reprieve. So you want to keep you know, you want to keep balance and repetition in mind when you're dealing with color, pattern, texture, and scale.
Okay, and the pillows as well. So this is probably the place where most of us have been able to find that freedom. We've just gone crazy with our pillows, but this is a good example of pattern.
Right.
All different patterns. I mean, none of them match at all, but still in the same color story.
That's right, and there's that repeat. So when you choose a rug, you know, you want your big expensive items, you want those on your phone so that you can look at them, like whatever you've got that's at home or whatever you're planning to buy. And then, you know, when they talk now about pillows and throws, it's not really about pillows and throws to add color because we're doing it in upholstery. Right. It's about how you can sort of amp up and really make that statement work. So you're playing up the statement. So that's what these pillows are doing. It's like right out of the rug, we've got the purples, we've got the golds, we've got the fuchsias, and everything works together.
Yeah, very cool. Modern Weave is where the rug is from, and the light fixture, which I love. Cocoon, that is so cool.
Erin Lauder, Estee Lauder's granddaughter.
Really? Yeah. I love it. Yeah.